Hey everyone, I hope you are having a great time. Today I'm going to share another DEC review, which is retail for $229 US i5 Zen DEC 3. So this one is using bar brown DEC inside, capable of PCM 786, KDSE 512, and MQA as well. Bar brown multi-bit chip, fully balanced analog stage using TDK capacitors and compact size. I have many different DECs from such as $50 USB DEC to all the way up to 10 grand, kind of a many different DECs that I have. Zen DEC 3 totally exceeded my expectation in sound quality. The sound quality and price is exceedingly good and overwhelmingly musical in my system. Whether I'm using with this 300 BM or my Accuphase E4000 Class AB solid state amp. So the way I connect is two different connections that I'm using, right? For the analog output, digital input is this one only come with USB-C input, which is I connected directly from my Sony HAP-Z1ES music server to this Zen DEC 3 with fan music USB A to C cable and Audio Quest King Cobra RCA cable to this 300B line level input and balanced XLR cable, 4.4 millimeter to XLR standard connectors or wide balance cable from this Zen DEC 3 to this Accuphase E4000 input stage. So I will have all the links in the video description of that, especially that wide cable, which is super affordable price that you can get on Amazon. So I started off listening with this S1EX towers and this Accuphase E4000 combination. I was floored the way that it sounds, right? By the way, I had this DEC for almost 2 months now, and I'm using with i5 silent power supply with this Zen DEC 3. So I was floored by the way they sound, especially the body of the music. More meat on the bone, right? It's like super nice texture and body with very good articulation all over the frequency range with more pronounced bass in upper bass area as well. Occasionally, I was like, is it my subwoofer on? So that kind of sound reproduction, even though I'm not using the extra bass button. They do have extra bass button, so I don't touch that, right? And it also, in setting wise, I'm using the fixed position in the back. There's a little slider switch that you can slide to fixed and variable. So variable is when you're using headphone stage. The headphone stage is very good as well. I tried that. It's very musical and very enjoyable experience that I had. This Zen DEC 3 sound quality wise, I was like, man, this is so neutral yet rich and incredible texture and body that I can listen to it for all day long. Not too forward, not too flat, just perfectly suited for my taste and my system, and synergy is totally clicked in. I was like, why don't I try with this 300 BM and playing with this JBL L100 Classic 75th, right? Soon as I try, I was like, it made me more fall in love with this Zen DEC 3. It's only $229 coming from reviewing almost $4,000 DEC and $3,000 DECs and all that high-end DECs, and they are great in, for the price that they are selling it for, but this Zen DEC 3 is so musical. Best of all, so engaging to listen, and musicality, tonal balance, and sound signature is you are listening to incredibly good analog system playing high quality pressed vinyl playback kind of sound that it can produce with my system. I was floored track after track. I tried Led Zeppelin, I tried AC/DC, Metallica. I mean, everything I throw at them, it will give me absolute pleasure of enjoying my music, right? So when I started listening some of tracks that I had a live experience, such as Diana Krall or No Moon at All, right? So those kind of track I had live experience. So when I listened it back with my system, I was, oh my God, this is so real. This is so incredible, right? The piano coming in, Diana voice singing, and that upright bass of John Clayton rolling notes, and the body of the vibration sound from the upright bass. Those texture and notes and music is so incredibly realistic. Every time he pulled the string, I can feel the vibration of the string and the vibration coming back out of the upright bass. That kind of realism that I experienced. So I was very impressed. But there are tiny bit of downside, right? Listening to very same track, the piano tones are slightly on a richer side than lacking a little bit of sparkle. Other than that, everything just worked out great, right? This is the kind of deck that I can listen to it for all day long. So that's why I always said to my friends and people that I know in this hobby, not everything has to be expensive. All you have to do is find the synergy and find some equipment that suit your system and your preference. So this is the one of the component, not necessarily is top of the line offering, but it has good quality build and sound quality and noise performance that it can offer with good musicality that I can enjoy, right? That's why I was totally excited about this Zen Deck 3 then, after reviewing all those higher end price point decks. So this iFi Zen Deck 3 is, I can totally wholeheartedly recommend you to try with speakers such as JBL, Bowers and Wilkins, Klipsch. Those kind of speaker will work incredibly well. KEF speaker, it should work well, but it's gonna be depending on type of the amplifier as well when you pair it. But generally speaking, most of dynamic sounding speaker should work well with this Zen Deck 3 in sound quality and musicality that you can enjoy listening to. And best of this Zen Deck 3 is deep and wide soundstage with very nice stereo image, plus incredibly good body and texture that it can produce in my system. A few things that I wish this Zen Deck 3 come with is at least come with optical or coaxial digital input, not only USB-C input. Here's my message to iFi: more digital inputs and similar sound quality, Bob Brown multi-bit chip, and similar balanced design and everything. I don't need the headphone stage, just deck alone with good quality sound like this, maybe even improve more, and I might even call it my everyday reference deck. So I love the sound signature of this Zen Deck 3 that much. In this price point and this kind of sound quality, if you want to have that kind of sound in analog rig, probably we are looking around like $7,000-8,000 analog rig kind of investment to get that much of sound and body and musicality and everything combined, right? So the way that they voice, the way that they design with the Bob Brown multi-bit chip and this iFi Zen Deck 3 have my total recommendation, my friend. Wholeheartedly recommend it. That is my experience. Thank you for watching and happy listening.
sky. It's the color of love. There must have been an angel by my side. Something heavenly came from above. He led me to you. He led me to you. He built the bridge to your heart all the way. How many times I've lived inside, oh, I can't say. When I was there to you, you were the one for me. I swear that whole world could feel my heartbeat. When I lay eyes on you, held at my So great. On the bass, Mr. Torigoe Keisuke-san. On the guitar, Orima Yosuke-san. Yeah.